Welcome back to Celly Entertainment. I'm your host, Orion Vincent, and tonight we got the 2015 Fraser Valley Sturgeon versus the West Coast Wolverines. This is the Valley Spring Faceoff. With me, as always, classic co-host, Sean Simonson.
Hello, and welcome back to another installment of hockey. And yes, it's a good time, and I love playing it and talking about it. So here we go. We're taking a look here at the West Coast Wolverines with their goalie Williams there, taking all the shots. Look at that in the warm-up. Very structured, and then they break out the St. Louis to boot. And at the other end, we've got the Fraser Valley Sturgeon, and they are wearing the white trim on their dark jerseys, as it seems that we've got a minor jersey conflict. However, their goaltender is Joe Hall, standing tall in between the pipes in the blue paint for the Sturgeons tonight.
That's right, Simonson. It looks like they even have a small strip of green on their trim as well to decipher this minor jersey conflict. Regardless, we're going to break right into the game and dive into it. Here's the Fraser Valley Sturgeon, number 10, Carey, getting checked by a Wolverine, number 14, McRobbie has a shot, and he scores right off the bat, Simonson. This went the opposite direction of how the last game we've seen happen, and 14, McRobbie of the Wolverines has struck in first.
Holy goodness. Wow. Okay, so look at that. As number 10 there for the Sturgeon had it, it gets just stick lifted by number 14 of the Wolverines like a wild animal out of the woods. Goes and sneaks that one past Joe Hall off the post and in. And oh my goodness, I think that they might have thought that it might have been a little bit of a cakewalk judging from their first game that we had seen.
I think so, Simonson. I'd be mad, or I would be lying if I said I didn't think the same thing. And we're gonna have a look right here. 10 Watts just smashes Smith, and the Wolverines are definitely looking like a completely different caliber of team than what we just watched previously. So we're gonna dive right into it again, Simonson. The Wolverines, number 8, Caucus, strips Pet of the puck, has a shot, big save by Joe Hall. Joe Hall, I think he's gonna get tested a little bit in this game if the first couple minutes have anything to do with how this rest of the game is going to play out, Simonson.
Oh yeah, no, Joe Hall isn't going to get cold standing there this game. It doesn't look like it. It looks like we got a worthy adversary. And there we go. It's the Wolverines that clear it out down into the Sturgeon zone.
And I think, yeah, there you go. There's the whistle. I seen some sort of hook happen after, but that's not going to be the call, which is odd, Simonson. Let's have a look at this. Hansen right there is getting hooked by number 97. And look at Hansen right there. He goes after him. So it was out of frame. I don't know exactly what happened, but Hansen's the one that's going to get the penalty. So there's obviously some sort of retaliation.
Yeah, there's a roughing call there. Here's 96 of the Wolverines coming in on the outside, cutting into the inside with a power move. Joe Hall down low to shut all the holes that were available.
And these kids are getting rough in front of the net, Simonson. I like it. It's a completely different type of game. This is hockey here. Oh, man. It looks like one of the Sturgeons took that shot and ate it from 53. Wolverines still battling. Sturgeon falling down. They need to get that puck out of their zone. Feed it to Hasek. Hasek holds the zone, making moves around Sturgeon. A Wolverine just crawling out of the forest to get that puck right in front. And oh, they score, Simonson. Joe Hall couldn't get all of it. And 7, Kotlowski scored, assisted by Hasek with the beautiful work at the beginning of that play to make it happen.
Wow. Yeah, I know that one. It jumped up in the air. I think it went over Joe Hall, but we're going to take a look at this here. So there, it's Hasek there that has an 88 there, stepping in, and then takes it, fires it. It looks like it deflects off of a Sturgeon, and then it goes right onto the stick of, who is that? Kotlowski?
Yeah, 7, Kotlowski, exactly, Simonson, and he's the one that got it in the back of the net. It looked like McRobbie was lurking right there. I don't know if he whacked it away, but judging by 7, Celly, I'm pretty sure that this kid got the goal.
Yeah, it looks to be that way, if my eyes do not deceive me.
Which they don't, Simonson. You don't need glasses. It's 2-0. West Coast Wolverines over the Sturgeon. Sturgeon trying to make something happen. 14 gets checked, but they still get it out of their zone. There's 14. Wolverines turn it right back around. Number 14, McRobbie, loses the puck, but picked up by 53, has a shot, and Joe Hall makes the save that he needed to make right there, Simonson.
Oh, it had to happen there because there's been a lot of pressure raining down on the Sturgeon here. It looks like Wolverines learned how to swim in the river, and they're getting wet.
I'd say so. Maybe the river's shallow and the Wolverines are just feeding right now, Simonson. It's feeding season. Here's the Sturgeon, though. The river built up. Sturgeon's number 11 has a shot and a big save by Williams right there. The Sturgeon really needed this. Thind with the big shot, and that was a big glove save off the tip of it looked like, and ricocheted into the corner.
Yeah, no, that was a great attempt there with a nice little snapshot, and then a goaltender caught a piece of it, Williams there, and he enough to make it go wide of the net. And here we go. Wolverines have it. Number 14 coming in from the dots all by himself. Takes a shot, and that one looks like it went off the bar, or was it a save?
I think it was the post. McRobbie, number 14, yeah, right off the post. And look, Simonson, he cannot believe it. He had the chance of a lifetime to put his team up another goal, and he couldn't believe it, Simonson.
Yeah, he had that top corner labeled on the blocker's side, but he couldn't beat the goaltender's best friend, the goalpost.
Oh, man, thank God for that goalpost. Here you go, continuing on play. Sturgeon in their own zone, get it out, but it's held in relentlessly by the Wolverines right here. 14, McRobbie, just a menace out there. Sturgeon's trying to make something happen, scrambly back and forth, but the puck squirts out to Jensen, who's in the zone, fires it just blindly towards the net, and Williams swallows it up. But that's what they need to do, just get that puck on the net, Simonson, to start making chances, start creating chances and making things happen.
Yeah, there you go. And now as it continues on, Wolverines keep coming in, and they got 2-on-1, takes a shot, goes up and over Joe Hall as he got caught going down a little early before the puck got to the net.
He sure did, Simonson. 30, Carcamo scored, went right up over him. We're going to run this back. There's Carcamo from his own zone. Just decides that he wants to turn it up right now. All the way up, Simonson. He's going all the way up. Gains the zone of the Sturgeons. Look at this. Number 53, Gallos, is attacking him, but he just goes all the way up. Upstairs, right where the TV is left on, because he had to run downstairs for breakfast.
Holy smokes. Turn that TV off.
Save the energy here. And Carcamo puts the third goal for the Wolverines on the board right now in the first period with 3 seconds left. So, yeah, I mean, there's a face-off. We all know how this is going to go with 3 seconds left. The buzzer goes, and that's the end of the first period. The Sturgeon went from a 15-0 victory previously to being down 3-0 in the second game of the Valley Spring Tournament here. Off the face-off, Wolverines win it again. 96. Linden with the puck, making moves. Deeks through all of them, has a shot. He scores. What a beautiful goal by this kid, Simonson.
That was nicely done. That was as if he had read it in a textbook and then just converted it onto the ice. Okay, so take a look. Right off the puck drop there. Goes, collects it up. Goes, continues from to the far side, outside, then inside. Passing 2 defenders, 3, 4, and the goalie.
What a beautiful goal by Linden right there. He was reading the textbook, Simonson. He put it down on paper. If there was a test, he just aced that. He's going to get all sorts of treats. There's no homework for Linden after that. He gets to take the day off and play video games.
Here we go. It's the Sturgeons coming in, trying to get some action, but then they go down colliding with a Wolverine.
They sure do, but the puck still gets to the Sturgeon, who's trying to make something happen. Number 5, Smith on the far side boards, shoots it out front. Number 90 goes to collect it. Nash, puck whacked away by him. Sturgeon can't hold the zone. Number 19, Pett, falls down, but the pressure from the Wolverines is relentless. Good job by Pett to take away what could have been an ample opportunity by the Wolverines, but nonetheless, the Wolverines continuing on. Number 96, Linden, battles with the puck, gets away from all the Sturgeons, pulls it to his forehand, and he scores! Look at that, an absolute workhorse this kid is, Simonson. That's 5 unanswered goals by the Wolverines.
Could we be possibly seeing a reverse effect of what happened last game here? I don't know. This is the way that it's been laid out, but look at that. Right top shelf where I keep my clean underwear.
Oh, you gotta have the clean undies. You can't have the dirty ones. Assisted by 97 Spencer. And what a game so far by the Wolverines. They've been all over the Sturgeon. The Sturgeon are just out of water right now. They're flopping around, Simonson. They need to make something happen to get back in this game. They need to get back in the river here.
Yeah, no, the tourists are out on fishing trips and they're taking pictures with them hanging out on the boat. So yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, big save there by Joe Hall with the blocker. And then it goes back to the Sturgeon player with the neon tape. And number 14 goes past a bunch of Wolverines and tries to fire it, but Williams sees what's coming and covers it up.
Great work by Bickerton right there to take that puck and drive it to the net like that. Turned around, number 14, McRobbie of the Wolverines, getting great work by 10 Kara to apply pressure. Big body by number 18 of the Sturgeons, and we're going to see a penalty here. 18, Goodman's going to go. I believe that's going to be interference on 7, Kotlowski. You can see right here, the puck was nowhere near them. They weren't playing it, and he just ran him with the shoulder. But you know what, Simonson? He may have taken the penalty, but he probably did the right thing here, because when you're down 5 goals, you need to start bringing the noise and getting your team hyped to battle back, and that's what he did right there.
Yeah, kind of making sure that he has his head on a swivel and to just letting them know that they're there.
Yeah, you got to impose fear into the other team so they don't just blindly skate around acting like they're invincible, because no one's invincible in hockey. And number 10 shoots and scores! What a goal by Kara, and the Sturgeon are on the board. Like I was saying, Simonson, that came directly after they decided to get physical and bring the heat.
Yeah, okay, so here it is. Number 10, Kara there, goes around their own net, avoids one offensive mate there, and then another one, and then he goes right past through the neutral zone, end to end. It's looking like around 2 defenders, head up, looking, picking the spot, and goes just past the glove there of Williams.
Beautiful goal by Kara, end-to-ender. That's a beautiful highlight reel. He's going to love watching that one back. And the Sturgeon are finally on the board, Simonson. They have decided enough is enough. But it's the Wolverines who come the other way. Hasek throws it in front, and Joe Hall's there. Tompkins getting a little rough and physical like he should do. Great defense work by Tompkins, letting them know that the presence is there. They're not just going to allow them to walk in and do whatever they want anymore, Simonson.
No, 14 for the Wolverines from the point. Takes a shot. It's deflected off a Sturgeon. It's onto the tape of number 11, who does a backhand clearing attempt that fails and gets intercepted by 14, but it makes its way out of the zone. Number 8 of the Wolverines tries to put it back in, but it's 7 of the Sturgeons coming flying down the river and takes a shot, but it does not make it to the back of the net as Williams makes a save.
Yeah, big save by Williams. Look at Hansen, who went flying there, got the shot off, and Williams made the nice right pad save to push that puck out of the danger area which the Sturgeon were swimming in. White battling right there, but it's the Wolverines who take off in their own zone. Number 30, Carcamo with the puck, skating on the right-hand side, gains the zone of the Sturgeon, getting whacked by 10 Kara. Nice work by Kara. 19 Pet going to pick it up, and it's the Wolverines who whack at it and just goes wide. Gallows going to retrieve it on the far side boards in a battle with number 6 Caucus. Puck gets a 16, fires it all the way down. Pet picks it up on the backhand, trying to clear the zone, but Caterer holds it in, playing pass in tight. The Wolverines need to spread out here. Puck all the way back down into the Sturgeon zone as number 10 Kara goes to retrieve it. He's got 18 with him. He fires it up the boards. 6 is there to take that body away, but Kara gets it to the neutral zone and finally enters the zone of the Wolverines on the left-hand side. Has a shot and right off of the post.
Off the post there. Kara comes in, loses the handle a little bit, but retrieves it again, and then it was slightly deflected. And then that one kind of knuckle pucks, and it changes the way it was going through the air and dips down and hit the post and then goes and stays out. Williams got lucky there.
Thank you for breaking that down for me, Simonson. 53, Gallows with the puck in his own end, going for a maneuver, a breakout, or a skate. Hard to tell right now because I can't read the play like it's Blitz, the NES football game. Gallows, whatever, Techno Bowl, remember that one? Gallows going through 3 Wolverines. Wolverines 96, going to pick up the puck, and I think we got a whistle here and a penalty on the play. We're going to have to see what this is from.
Well, it's a hooking call from what I seen the official make the signal.
Let's have a look right there. I don't see any hook, Simonson. He just went down. 96, Linden might have thrown a little bit of hip towards him, but I don't see a penalty on that play. But yeah, there is a hooking call, as you say. I didn't see it, but Linden's going to go for that phantom hook.
Okay, the film doesn't lie. The puck is in the zone of the Wolverines and then is pressured by number 5 of the Sturgeon. Takes it, loses it. It's the Wolverines that come out with it. They can't quite get it out of their zone yet. Now 5 picks it up again. throws it back in, and it's just covered up for the whistle, which is a smart play if I were a goaltender.
Yeah, especially after taking a penalty. You want to make sure to settle things down and regroup here. 96, Linden throws the puck towards the net. Nice save by Joe Hall. Puck knocked loose, so the referee's going to blow it anyways, Simonson.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he sure did. Here you go. Number 3, White battling, loses the puck. Big scramble. McRobbie picks it up as there's a diving Sturgeon. A Wolverine. McRobbie has a shot. Big save by Joe Hall. Number 10, Kara picks it up, and we're going to watch this huge save by Joe Hall on Robbie.
Yeah, that was a big save there. It was up high, and Joe Hall just stayed square the whole time there and cut down the angle and make sure that there wasn't very many holes to choose from.
Yeah, there is barely any holes, Simonson. He perfect goaltending positioning. He stayed square to the shooter, which makes it really hard to score. Number 10, Kara, dangling in the Wolverine zone, getting away from 3 Wolverines as Caucus pressures him. Caucus, nice check-in on 10, Kara. There you go. The Wolverines knock it out. Picked up by 53. Gallos to the point. Lets it go. Right, oh, White right there on the doorstep. Can't corral the puck, though. Still battling with 88. Hasek as the Wolverines get it out of danger. Gallos holds it in on the boards. Falls down, though. Caucus still putting on relentless pressure. Checking the Sturgeon. The Wolverines are super hungry now. It's dinner time, Simonson.
It is. And there's a whistle for the end of the second period, and we're on to the third with the score 5-1 in the favor of the West Coast Wolverines.
That's right, Simonson, but it's the Sturgeon right now who have the puck, trying to get a couple back and start this comeback with 9 minutes left to go. Jensen, there you go. 54, Kara strips Carcamo of the puck. Puck gets right to Jensen. Jensen lets it go, and a big save by Williams. Needed to make that one. Carcamo trying to dangle up the middle, which you should never do, Simonson.
Not in your own zone, because you can get burnt and get turn around, and then you have no defenders back, and that's that. But here we go. The Wolverines are trying to get the puck here, as they cannot. And there's a nice one-timer there by 17 of the Sturgeons, but Williams seen it coming and was ready to make the save and shut the door.
That's right, Simonson. The Wolverines get it out of their zone. Kara going to pick up that puck to try to turn it around and make something happen here for the Sturgeon. Kind of loses his balance a little bit, but dangles a few Wolverines. Number 10, Kara, making moves, gets around all 3 of them, lets it go, and is stopped by Williams. Nice work by Kara, and you know the Wolverines players are patting their goaltender on the back of the head after that one.
Yeah, Williams is looking very strong here in the blue paint as he makes another save there, as the Sturgeons continue to test him and see what they can get past him.
Well, Simonson, this one was so good, I wanted to run it back twice, and then maybe we'll get to see it slow-mo again. Definitely not an editing error. Here we go. Gallos, nice work, stick work right there to hold the puck in the zone from 53, Messam, and look at Gallos. Sees where he wants to go. He's trying to pick the bottom right corner, but Williams also read him like it was a game of poker. He read his poker face, Simonson.
My poker face, my poker face.
Here we go, Wolverines. 88, Hasek with the puck. 1-on-1 with the goalie, and he gets robbed by Joe Hall. Joe Hall, a lot more action in this game, but he's up for the task, Simonson. Even though they're down, he's making a hell of a lot of saves.
Yeah, he's going to keep making those saves because you never know what could happen. This is the game of hockey, and quick ones can happen just like a snap of my fingers. Snap, snap, snap. But here we go. The puck is in front of Joe Hall. A bunch of scrums happening there, and the puck squirts to the near side corner, and now it's in the slot again. It can't be handled fully by 96. Try to get to the net with sprawling Sturgeons, and then it gets by Joe Hall.
96, Linden with this hat-trick goal of the night here, Simonson. It is 6-1. The Wolverines and the Hats are on the ice. The fans in the stands are going wild, Simonson.
Oh, as we run this back, there it is. It bounces off a couple of Wolverine sticks, but they're relentless on it like it was meat thrown into the den, and they're eating it, and they're throwing it into the back of the net, just sliding it past Joe Hall, where his legs were not go-go gadget legs.
Oh, you needed those Inspector Gadget legs, Simonson.
That's right. And there's the Hats to show appreciation for the hat trick. Woo!
What a beautiful moment if you're a Wolverines fan watching this back. A proud parent moment. As a kid, you're proud. Everything, Simonson. The Hats on the ice go to show that this is hockey.
Here we are, continuing on with the action. Is the Wolverines holding it in the zone, but it's worked out by number 3 of the Sturgeons keeping the body on the puck and making the puck moving forward, but then it's taken away again by the Wolverines on the far side boards. The 16 throws it in deep, but nobody goes after it. It gets spun around by a Sturgeon player who's coming out, and it sounds like that's the end of the game. And the final score is 6-1 for the West Coast Wolverines over the Fraser Valley Sturgeon.
And what a game, Simonson. Like we were saying earlier on, completely opposite of the one we've seen previously. The Wolverines came out ferociously against the Sturgeon. The Sturgeons got caught in the riptide. They just couldn't swim like they swam in the previous game. I mean, what do you do, Simonson? They played a hell of a game. We're getting some awards here. Number 14, Bickerton's going to get their first award for the Sturgeon. And they're also calling it number 10, Kara, who both played fantastically.
Definitely.
Thank you and good night from Langley Twin Rinks.